And here you have the proof. One of my supporters used my method that they got from a consultation, was able to increase their credit profile. This, in fact, has to be the highest credit increase I've seen all month. And for less than $50? All right, ladies and gents, and in today's lesson, I'm gonna show you, yes, you, the exact same method that one of my supporters slash subscribers used to fix their credit. This is actually pretty simple as long as you follow this step by step, and you won't have any issues. So go ahead and get your pen and paper out so you don't miss any steps, anything of that nature. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, all right? So enough rambling, let's dive in. Now, before I start, guys, you know I have to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it truly helps my channel out a lot, a ton actually. And again, I appreciate all you guys' support. Now, back to that step-by-step guide on how to fix your credit. Yo, first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to Ish. He told me to say his name in the video when I made it. For taking my advice through the consultation, everything that we brainstormed and we cooked up, seemed like everything worked out. He actually came to me with really messed up credit, and he said he needed some guidance, and he said he didn't want to go to a credit company, a credit cleaning company actually, because he knew that majority of them just want to take your money or just make it a drag out the process and things of that nature. So I told him all the steps that he could take and then possibly see a turnaround, and boy, oh boy, was it a turnaround. Now, before I get into the step-by-step methods, ladies and gents, I have to let you know a disclaimer. Again, it's for educational purposes only, but also this is going to take a couple of months or a few months for you to see a drastic turnaround on your credit report. This is not an overnight success. You're not gonna see a turnaround in 10 minutes, 10 hours, 24 hours, 48 hours, a few weeks. It will take a couple of months because it took Ish a few months. Everybody's credit report is different, but if you take these necessary steps, you will see pretty much the same results. I promise you. Just follow everything step by step and let everything take time and process to its fruition so you can see a great and luxurious credit profile, all right? Just want to throw that out there. So with the first step that we're actually going to take, I'm actually going to explain how he took his credit score and actually boost his credit profile with positive payment history. You guys have to remember, with your credit report, it's not about just your credit score. It's all about your credit profile. Because you have to also remember, ladies and gents, and I know I stress this a lot, you can have an 800 credit score, but you can have nothing backing it up. Let me explain. Let's say person A has an 800 credit score, perfect 800, right? But he or she's never really had anything on their credit report. Some way, somehow, they got 1 or 2 on-time payments from whatever, and now their credit has shot up through the roof because they have those 1 or 2 on-time payments from wherever it's actually coming from, giving them an 800 credit score. Whereas person B, on the other hand, just got a 700 credit score, probably came from a 680, 690, but they have multiple on-time payments, they have multiple credit cards, they have credit loans, they have on-time payment primaries added, etc., and everything of that nature. I promise you, if person A and person B walk into an institution right now and try to go for the same credit profile, I promise you, the person with a 700 would definitely get approved before the person with an 800. Why? Because their credit profile shows maturity and shows the diversification, whereas the person with an 800 just has an 800. Because again, guys, you know, before I get into any step-by-steps, I love to give you the education first. I'm telling you. Because you have to also remember, again, credit scores only play a factor when it comes to what? Interest rates. Now, hold on. I'm not saying they don't come into play when it comes to a decision, when it comes to approvals, but just know that when it comes to underwriters actually looking at your credit profile, aka looking under the hood to see what's going on instead of just face value, aka your credit score, keep all of this in mind. Because yeah, everything always looks good on the outside, but what's going on behind the curtain is way more important. Remember that when it comes to your credit, all right? Now, let's get into the step-by-step process of what Ish actually used to flip his credit upside down so he's in a better position so you can be as well, since I already gave you the education. Now, with the first primary that Ish used to boost and thicken his credit profile was what? Boom, pay. I remember asking him in a consultation, like, hey, yo, do you stay in a house or do you stay in an apartment? Like, what do you actually stay in? And I remember him staying at, of course, he stayed in an apartment. And I was like, are you utilizing it to boost your credit? He was like, nah, I didn't even know you could do that. And I'm like, well, my friend, I'm about to help you out right now. So with BoomPay, they actually help you build your credit while reporting your rent payments as on-time payments to the credit bureau, thus boosting your credit. And of course, they report to all 3 credit bureaus. And you guys really don't understand how dope that is, because with a lot of other rent reporting credit profile agencies or anything like that, they either report to one of them, 2 of them, but it's rare when they report to all 3. So with BoomPay, this is actually clutch all in itself. And then on top of that, it only takes 2 minutes to enroll in them. It's not a drawn out process where they have to search everything, you have to send things in. No, it's 2 minutes. But the crazy thing about all of them is it only takes them 24 hours for them to report to the credit bureau. That is unheard of, people. That is unheard of. The reason why that's so crazy is because with a lot of other credit products, it takes at least 30 days for them to report. But with BoomPay, they waste no time. They are definitely applying pressure, ladies and gents. Now, it only costs $3 per month for them to report this positive payment. So this is a serious return on an investment. So if you have a $2,000, $2,500, $4,000 rent payment or anything like that, it's only going to take $3 for them to report it. What are we talking about? I mean, at the end of the day, you were just going to pay your rent anyway. You might as well get some type of benefit from it, because there's a lot of rental places that don't do anything to try to help boost your credit, all in a sense. So you might as well get some benefit out of it. Pay that $3, report it to your credit report. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you wanted to add some old payment history, I'd love to keep it real with y'all. BoomPay does allow that, but they are going to ask you for a one-time payment of $25. No, it's not monthly or anything like that. It's a one-time payment of $25, and they report back as far as 24 months, aka 2 years. And no, just to let you know, just to relieve some stress off you, you don't have to worry about if you had any late payments or non-payments in the past. Boom only reports positive payment history. That's it. So you don't have to stress about it. So if you missed a payment last year, they're not going to actually report that. They're going to report everything else that was positive, all right? And I'm not done with how dope they are. It's a soft pull on your credit report. There are no hard pulls here, people. And it's an instant approval. You don't have to worry about none of that. So with everything that I've just said right now with the first primary, Issues only paid $3. $3. He didn't have to use the $25, so he just chose $3. So we're already $3 in, and he's already boosted his credit report 18 to 20 points already. That is saying a lot, ladies and gents. And also, just to let you know, the link will be in the description to get started. It is an affiliate link, but I promise you, I'm here to help you guys with the most affordable and easiest ways to boost your credit. It is going to help the channel, but I do appreciate it, but I just wanted to let you guys know. Now, the next primary that Ish used to boost his credit fast was KIKOFF Credit Builder. I know you've heard me say this before, things of that nature, but I'm so stoked on KIKOFF. Why? Because I've used KIKOFF in the past. I still have KIKOFF on my credit report. Why not? I immediately told him it's super easy to apply with them, and it's basically on autopilot. They basically take care of the hard part of putting everything on your credit. You just have to do your due diligence. With KIKOFF, it's no credit check. It's an instant approval, and it acts as a positive loan payment on your credit report. Do you know how crazy impactful that is? The reason why I stress that KIKOFF is the most slept on when it comes to these credit builders is because with most of these credit builders, they have these hidden fees, annual fees, interest rates on top of interest rate, but with KIKOFF, there are no hidden fees. You don't have to worry about any of that with KIKOFF. And then on top of that, with KIKOFF, they report to all 4 credit bureaus. Let me explain. So what they do is they report to Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and Innovis. And if you've never heard of Innovis is part of the secondary bureaus as far as SageStream, ARS, check system, things of that nature. Sometimes the major credit bureaus get information from Innovis, so you might as well beef them up with some positive payment history as well. So that's going to help your case all in a sense. And with that being said, they also give you rewards up to almost $1,300. What loan credit building company does that? You never heard of it. Now, they will allow you to access courses and things of that nature for, you know, the rewards that you build up and stuff like that. But I'm gonna be real with you, like I told Ish. Yo, you don't have to indulge in that if you don't want to. People be thinking that you have to do that, but you don't have to. I didn't have to do it. He didn't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you want to indulge, that's fine, but it's not important. You can just ignore it. Trust me, you just here for the positive payment history, so trust my judgment. Now, the payment with Kovo is $10 a month, and it's over a period of 2 years. So a 2-year span, 24 months. And if you want to actually repeat the process after the 2 months, you can. It's easy. That's what I did. That's all you have to do. And with all the information that he's gotten from Kovo, it only took his credit report a month and a half to see a drastic change in his credit report from all of this credit positive payment history. You see where I'm going with this? Now, if you feel that you don't want Kovo or anything like that, you can easily alternate this with like KIKOFF or something like that. It's also another very strong primary, but it works just as strong, I promise you. But I just wanted to give you that. Of course, the link is in my bio. Loans on your credit report sometimes hold way more weight than actual credit cards due to them not being so accessible, and it shows lenders and underwriters that you have some diversification when it comes to your credit report, aka credit mix. So keep that in mind as well. So with everything that I've just said so far, we're $3 in with BoomPay, $10 in with Kovo, or $5 if you're with KIKOFF, but just with the example of actual the $3, $10, we're $13 in, and we're already seeing his credit scores boost up to 30, 40, 50, 60 points, and yours can do the exact same thing, and we're not even finished. Now, with the positive, you also have to remember you have to remove the negative. It doesn't matter how much positive that you put on your credit report, it will never outweigh the negatives no matter how old it is. Don't let nobody fool you about that, please. If you don't take nothing else from this video, please remember that. So to get his negatives off, because he had a few late payments and things of that nature, so I advised him to either do it himself, where he can create the dispute letters, or he can have Smart Credit do it for him. So he chose a Smart Credit route. Now, with Smart Credit, it is a software that monitors your credit report and your actual scores, not your Vantage 3.0 scores, but your actual FICO scores. So you don't have to go to multiple places like Experian, your bank, Credit Karma, just to see 3 different scores. You can get them all there, and that's not even the whole thing of what Smart Credit can do. Now, with Smart Credit, you can easily identify all of the negatives on your credit report, and Smart Credit will actually cook up a dispute letter for you on your behalf and actually send it to the credit bureaus on your behalf as well. So you don't have to sit there and get certified mail or anything, a stamp or anything. They send everything for you. And on top of that, you don't have to worry about trying to boggle your brain out as far as getting the best actual dispute letter. They will have a recommended tab of what you should actually send to the credit bureau. So make it so easy for you. Now, disclaimer, I just want to say this right now. I've gotten a few people that say, oh, yo, this doesn't work. Yo, I don't know why people are promoting this doesn't work. But I also get others that always hit me in my email telling me, thank you, yo, this worked. I really appreciate it, just like Ish. And you know what I found the difference is between the two actual groups? Effort. That's what I found. Literally effort. That's it. People have to understand, yes, they do the dirty work for you as far as sending it, cooking up the letter and things of that nature, but you have to play your part too. You have to pay attention to what they're actually writing in your dispute letter. Should you add something? Should you take it away? But you have to understand that you have to play your part too. You have to pay attention to what they're actually writing on these dispute letters. Should I add something? Should I say take something away? Or should you use your own? Because they'll have a little section where you can actually add your own jargon or anything that what you want to write up as an actual dispute letter. And then after that, you can use consumer laws to actually get these things removed and just recite it to the credit bureaus. Yes, you can do all of these things. I really advise you do all of that. And then also on top of that, even though that they send this information to the credit bureaus, call the credit bureaus yourself to make sure that they receive your actual dispute letters. Don't just automatically take their word for it. And then also on top of that, call the original creditors that you have these late payments and things with. try to come up with a solution or anything. Hey, I sent these disputes letters over. Can we get like a pay for deletion or anything like that? Yo, Smart Credit and these other software companies aren't genies. They're not just gonna wipe everything off and then you get mad and think it's a scam because you didn't do your due diligence. Please understand, you still have to play your part as well. If Ish can do it, I can see you doing the same exact thing. Please remember that. So now with Ish, we see that he's paid $3 for Boom, $10 for Kovo, $30 for Smart Credit. That's less than $45, ladies and gents, to fix his credit. And you could take $45 to repair your credit right now and take you to the next level. You probably spent $45 without even knowing it. So now you can take that $45 and actually put it in position so you can put yourself in a better position, just like Ish. All it takes is a little effort and discipline. I hope you guys got a lot of information from this video, and a big shout out to Ish and a big shout out to you that's about to use this information and go fix your credit as well. And if you use this, put it in my comment section and let me know how everything went. I want to appreciate you guys for stopping by. Until next time, ladies and gents.